I'm going to introduce you to someone who has a unique invention, creation. I don't know. I'll let him explain. Alan, as in a cutting edge technology, I would say, to solve many issues. But I'll let Alan get into it. First of all, Alan, kind of introduce yourself. I know you have a lot of history in businesses, but now you created this new thing. So can you kind of go a little bit back and come to what you're doing now?
Well, sure. Yeah, I'm Alan Brunton, founder, CEO of Cymatrax Incorporated. And what we do is we've created a software as a service, patented that software, where basically what it does is take digital audio and eliminates the white noise from it so that you have better health, better functionality, more cognition of the brain without changing the quality of it.
Awesome. Well, that was brief discussion. I expect a little bit more, but all right. So you're trying to now help people in many different ways. We talked about it, but would you like to kind of share who you're trying to help and who would you like to connect, essentially?
Sure. So many people, I mean, and I'm posting a lot of things on LinkedIn right now, clinical trial data that's coming out, talking about the detriment of white noise that is found in all digital audio. And so what we have found is a way to target specific frequencies found within the digital audio that have been identified by MIT, Harvard, Oxford, and so many other R&D facilities, that these specific frequencies will raise your brain's cognitive ability. Well, I mean, and then everybody knows that people listen to white noise to go to sleep. Well, those good frequencies and the bad frequencies are in all digital audio. And so we have just come up with an algorithm and software that will be able to take that easily, shift it around so that you will have more energy and better focused attention, be making better decisions, and be able to retain information. Let's say you're listening to a book on audio. Well, so many people within, I don't know, 10, 12, 15 minutes of it are losing their focused attention and they're getting tired. Well, it's because there's white noise in it, and white noise puts you to sleep. We have clinical trial data from the National Institute of Health showing that exactly how it will reduce your respiratory, it will reduce your heart rate, it will actually even reduce the glands in your body from producing essential chemicals for your ideal health. So we just said, wait a second, people are listening to this and they don't know how bad it is for them. Oh, there's one trial that I have even showing that it could continued and long-term use of listening to white noise could be detrimental to your cardiovascular health.
Wow.
So anyway, what we're looking to do is to get this out to people. There's so many different ways. Over 5 billion people listen to digital audio every day, but we're in a point right now where we're finding out how businesses can use this and be advantageous for their clients. Like our largest client right now is a continuing education university called Elite CEU. And when people need to renew their professional license, they go to their website and they watch the training video. Well, we have taken out all of their audio from those videos, run it through our software, and then put it back so that whenever somebody is watching it, they don't fall asleep. They retain the information, they score higher on the test, and they carry that information out into the field with them longer. So that is probably where we are looking to go right now. We've already done over 250 podcasts for people. We have musicians using this. One of my favorite stories is a man by the name of Sir Earl Toon, who was one of the founding members of Kool and the Gang, and he got Grammy Hall of Fame status and sent me his own digital audio file of his own master recording, and I ran it through the software and put both versions onto my phone. And he sat down with my studio headphones and listened to both versions for about 8 minutes. And the recording was only 4. But he listened to both versions and he took off the headphones and he said, Alan, I got to tell you the way it is. The first one was sweet. It was pinpoint clear. I could hear each and every note exactly. I had so much energy. I felt like I could dance all night long. I know my own music. I worked on it in the studio for 4 months. The second one was murky. It just made me want to roll up into a ball and go to sleep. I told him the second one was his original. And he went, wow, man, this needs to be in every recording studio in the world. So we'll go into music. I've got somebody sits on the board of directors for Disney Music right now that's just waiting for us to get our bootstraps on correctly and be able to make ourselves look presentable to them.
Awesome. So, well, as you heard, I mean, if you're in podcasting business also, this might be something you want to take a look at, or any sound. I mean, he's got other things coming, like, you know, for athletes enhancing their performance, if they, you know, listen to the music or whatever, remove that white noise. So there's a lot of things, but I'll be posting his links. You can go look it up, you know, and if that interests you, reach out to him, reach out to Alan or some of his folks, and then, you know, have the conversation if you can use it, or maybe test it out, test the product out. So awesome,
Yeah.
Alan.
Yeah, we've actually got 3 neurologists, 2 neurosurgeons, and 1 research neurologist on board. Dr. Lincoln Gray, who is head of the Communication Science and Disease Department at James Madison University, is actually doing trials for us right now, whereas the head of pediatric neurology at UTSW Children's Hospital and the head of neurobiology at University of Alabama, Birmingham, both agree that what we have created could, should, and will be used as a daily therapy for autism. And as I told them that, so with the trial from James Madison, we can give you that data and we can supply it and fund our trial then for autism. And other neurologists say, well, if it works for autism, it should work then for dementia, Parkinson's, PTSD, ADHD, stroke. Yet this is something that's going to be changing the world and everybody will be using it.
Awesome. Well, there you go. So, well, that's a lot of information. Like I said, you know, reach out to him. You know, you can research and then find more information if you need. If you're a podcaster, I would say I recommend, you know, if you're trying to level up your podcasting, maybe look at using his. So I'll post that. So reach out to him. So Alan, you know, you didn't go into all your previous history, but you ran a lot of successful businesses, not just a startup. So obviously right now, I can guess this is the inspiration, but I would ask you, what inspires you to get up and do what you do every day right now?
Well, like I said, the inspiration comes from over 5 billion people using this every day. But the biggest inspiration, the push, is going to be whenever I see parents of an autistic child see their child have a breakthrough and a tear comes down the side of you know, the parent's face because it's successful. But, you know, going back with all the other businesses I had, yeah, I've actually opened 33 restaurants. I had my own television cooking show. And from that, I became an audio engineer. I was in the administration of a .com back in 99, 2000. We took the company public, traded on NASDAQ, raised $28 million. Bought 2 more companies and went from 28 employees up to 130, all within 1 year. And so it's always exciting to create something new. My father was an inventor who used technology of Nikola Tesla so successfully that our federal government shut him down 3 different times. And so with that in mind, I was raised in an out-of-the-box thinking environment. And God love us, you know, these creators, people that, you know, say, okay, steak and potatoes. No, I've got to have something else with that. I've got to be a little bit more creative and then show how we can always just make it better. And that's what some people have said to me about, about music they're listening to. So what's wrong with my music? I said, nothing. We're just going to make it better.
Awesome. Great. All right. So that's inspiring. And I mean, yeah, trying to solve autism. I mean, that could be huge, and other ones you told about. So, all right. Obviously, you are a serial entrepreneur and love creating things. I'm sure you got a lot of lessons, tips, tricks you learn. What's the one tip you can share that has helped you, either personally or professionally? Doesn't matter. What's the one tip you can share?
Well, some of the people I've been talking to, and so getting some advice from networking groups, being authentic with yourself to other people, and a daily practice that I use every single day is that when I'm asleep and I wake up and I turn and look at the clock to see if it's an hour that I can get up. If it is, the very first thing I do is lay on my back and I go back into a memory of gratitude. Whenever I was so grateful for something happening that I could actually physically feel it in my body. And so I will recreate that physical sensation and then hold on to that while I'm feeling that. And then I start to visualize and bring in what I'll be doing for the day, people I'll be talking to, places I'll be going, and I carry that physical sensation of gratitude with me so that I can actually mark that as a precursor for what my daily reality is going to be. Then I swing my legs over to the side, get out of bed, look at the doorway, and I say to myself, I get to do this. I'm the guy that nobody else gets to do what I'm going to do. And somebody who's even, just working, let's say an admin for a large corporation, what they do is so particularly special and unique, or they wouldn't be at that position. That's the reason why they're there. So if people want to think that about themselves, they grow in their holistic way of thinking about the entire environment and everybody else around them.
Awesome. That's a great tip, definitely, Alan. All right, awesome, Alan. Thanks for taking the time. And as I said, I'll be posting all his links. So reach out to him, like I said, especially if you're any kind of sound realm, right? Podcasting or YouTube, whatever, everything, I probably should look it up myself. But anyway, so reach out to him. I'll have links for it. So again, thanks for taking the time, Alan.
Hey, Raju, it's been my sincere honor and pleasure. Thank you.